So it's finally gonna happen. Kambosas is gonna fight TEOFIMO Lopez for the unified lightweight titles, and it's gonna happen tonight on DAZN at 1 a.m. in the morning in the UK. It's gonna come on. So yeah, I'm very much looking forward to this fight because I think Kambosas is a game fighter. I think his last victory and his last notable fight was against Lee Selby, and Lee Selby is quite a tricky customer. Also, he's been training with Manny Pacquiao. Obviously, Manny Pacquiao's not in his prime anymore, but I think he was a chief sparring partner for Pacquiao. So the thing about sparring with Pacquiao is that it prepares you for Pacquiao is as awkward as you could get as a fighter. Like, honest to God, fighting Pacquiao is like a nightmare because of his constant his southpaw stance, his speed. Obviously, he's very awkward, and on top of that, he changes angles and he's got great footwork. So if you're a chief sparring partner for the likes of Pacquiao, you got a victory over Lee Selby, and on top of that, you've been training for TEOFIMO Lopez for like 2 years now, because this fight has been called off like 3-4 times now. Hopefully it just happens now. So you've been training for one opponent for such a long time, and it seems like TEOFIMO Lopez has been a little bit distracted. He's been focused on a Lomachenko rematch. He's been focused on Devin Haney. He's been focused on Gervonta Davis. He's been focused on Ryan Garcia. He's been focused on Josh Taylor. He's been focused on a lot of fighters that are not called George Kambosas, while Kambosas has just been focusing 100% on him, on TEOFIMO Lopez. So it feels like there could be an upset in the air. Obviously, Kambosas is a very game fighter. He's a fight that's going to come bring it. But you've also got TEOFIMO Lopez, who's obviously beat Lomachenko for all the titles, and on top of that, he beat Richard Comey, who is an opponent of Lomachenko in a couple of months' time. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens. I think Kambosas is a live threat in this fight. I think he's in a position where he could actually give TEOFIMO Lopez a lot of problems. But in terms of who I'm going to pick to win the fight, I'm slightly leaning towards TEOFIMO Lopez, because it seems like despite all the chaos that's been going on in his life, he seems to be very focused on he does seem like he's been in the gym and training and generally taking this fight seriously, while Kambosas, I'm not saying he's not been doing the same thing. He has, but I just feel like TEOFIMO Lopez is only 23. He's already accomplished a great thing by beating Lomachenko, but I think both. I feel like TEOFIMO Lopez is close to his prime. I don't think he's in his prime yet, by the way. Despite the fact that he beat Lomachenko, I still feel like he's not in his prime yet. Like, he's got a couple of years to go until he reaches his prime. But then you got Kambosas, who's coming up. So I make TEOFIMO Lopez the slight favourite, because obviously he's coming off a win against the champion in Lomachenko. Obviously there's a good saying in boxing that says when you become champion, you become 25% more of the fighter that you're supposed to be, because after you've won a title, he didn't just become champion, he was champion before he beat Lomachenko. But obviously, like, the boost in confidence he must have had after he beat Lomachenko, this pound for pound all-time great who's a double gold medalist, and he's won titles in 3-4 different weight classes, and he was trying to unify the last weight class, but he didn't quite get round to it. I mean, the amount of confidence he must have gained from that, I think he's probably more confident as a fighter now. On top of that, he's been a fighter that's been trudging along for a very long time. So I think the confidence that he's got now, everything that he's been through, I mean, at this point in time, I think he should be a better version of himself than he absolutely was when he fought Lomachenko. If he's not been getting distracted by everything that's been going on in his life and all that stuff, I mean, he should be not twice as good as he was, don't get it twisted, but he should feel like a champion at this point. So yeah, that's just my opinion on this fight. I think I'm gonna lean towards TEOFIMO Lopez actually beating Kambosas, but I think it's gonna be really competitive, and both of them don't like each other as well. So there seems to be a lot of bad blood between the two of them. So yeah, now that they're about to fight each other, I think both of them are going to have an outlet for all of their aggression, and hopefully it will provide us fans with a good fight to watch. Thankfully, this fight isn't on at a stupid time. Like I could handle 1 a.m. in the morning. When you get to some of these UFC cards though, when it's 6 in the morning, I mean that's when it gets a bit annoying. But 1 in the morning, I mean it's bad, but it's not too bad. I mean, ideally the best time would be 10 p.m. But obviously we live in the UK, so that's not going to be possible. But 1 a.m. in the morning, only 3 hours away from 10 p.m. It's not too bad. It's not too bad. So yeah, that's just my opinion on this fight. Tell me your opinion. Obviously, one thing I was surprised about is when I heard that Triller actually bought the rights to this card. I was kind of happy that there was another fight, another type of promotion or something that was trying to put on boxing events, because obviously that just means more boxing for the fans, and on top of that you've got more fighters getting paid better, which I'm always going to be a fan of. But at the same time, it's like I was just waiting for them to put on a serious event, which wasn't like a sideshow. But obviously that actually fell through. That I heard that it fell through, and obviously DAZN had to pick it up. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens now with Triller. Obviously they spent I think they spent 6 million for the bid. They outbidded everyone, but then it fell through again, so it doesn't make them look reputable. But at the same time, I like the fact that they're still putting on events, because the more names and promotions in boxing, the more events we're going to get, the more boxing we're going to get, and on top of that, fighters are going to get paid better. So it's not too bad, but I was just wondering what was going on there. But I'm happy that DAZN actually picked it up and actually made the fight happen, because KAMBOSAS versus Lopez is a decent fight. I mean, it's a decent fight, but at the same time, we got to see what actually happens with this fight, whether KAMBOSAS can win, or whether TEOFIMO Lopez is going to whitewash him. So I think Lopez is going to win via 12-round decision. I just got a feeling that he's just going to do the business, and he's just going to carry on with his titles, and hopefully after that we can look at a rematch with Lomachenko, or maybe so yeah. Or maybe he could fight the other lightweights like Devin Haney or Ryan Garcia, Tank Davis, all these other fighters that he could be fighting. But obviously he needs to get past KAMBOSAS first before that can happen. But anyway, that's my thoughts for this fight. Tell me your thoughts below, and like and subscribe to the channel. I've got a lot more content coming your way. Peace out.